All right, so here we are in my world. It's a super flat land because I didn't need the hills. Here's the 3 languages that I teach on the board. I'll just erase the other 2 for whatever class I'm doing. And I tried to use colors that would be seen in any of these countries. Okay, so let's just come have a look at it. I gave everyone a balcony because a lot of the tiny home living is living outdoors, expanding as much as you can. Of course, with Minecraft, you have to make the stairs pretty bulky, but that's okay. And then each apartment has a number on it, so the students can track what number they're in and what number they've gone to. All right, so let's just go in, and it's just a pretty plain box. Let me close the door. It's just a box, very nondescript. Sorry, I don't mean to make you motion sickness here. Here's the ugly wall, with the sign that they can change the wall, and they can put redstone back there if they want. Okay, but I made it as tall as I could. Well, not as tall as I could. I could have made it really, really tall. I made it as tall as I thought was reasonable for a tiny home, because a lot of tiny home living is, oh, hey, I've got some ceiling space. I'm going to build a loft. I'm going to build a second floor or whatever. So the students can be pretty creative within that, but it's a 1-room apartment, basically. And of course, balconies on the outside, and I made this kind of smaller than I would have liked because I should have made the middle bigger, but I didn't. So one thing I was thinking of is I've been doing Empathy Village now for about 4 years, and inevitably there's always someone who gets kind of crazy. And, I turned off fire spreads, I turned off TNT explodes, but there's always someone who wants to put a lava flow in their house or a giant waterfall on top of their house, and then it splashes out into everybody else's house. And then people are upset because it's like, I've got water running into my house now, and so I have to run over there with sponges and everything and clean it up. It's not that people are trying to be mean to each other, because my students are all great people, but they get a little crazy. So I thought about it, and I thought, well, how can I make this so that they don't really want to ruin it? All right, so I thought, well, let's focus on the community aspect. We're trying to focus on social emotional learning anyway. So in the middle, in the courtyard, I designed it like this with a courtyard so that I could put this little park inside here, and hopefully they would think it was pretty enough that they don't want to destroy it, even, because not meanly, of course, but just, for funsies. Here's a little barbecue over here. I know the pigs just spawned. They weren't there, but that's okay. Having animals there is fun. All right, so the other thing I did was we've got corners outside, and I wanted it to feel like a big city. I'll explain the roof in a second. Wanted it to feel like a big city, but also wanted it to feel like a community. So here's our little ice cream shop right here. So hopefully the students won't feel like I'm going to put a lava flow out here, because we got a little ice cream shop. And we've got a little coffee shop over here, and all the buildings are labeled. And I can take off the languages that the students don't speak. So I'm just trying to foster this sense of community with them, okay? And then here's our farmer's market, okay? And then I put in lots of food and all the names of all the foods. So, if they get bored, they get done with their house early and they're waiting for everyone else, they can come out and play in the farmer's market. It's not going to disturb their classmates, all right? And then, of course, what's a community without a little playground? So I got a little playground here. And yes, it says playground right here. It says park. Okay, so anyway, because I wanted every single room to look the exact same inside, it's all gonna, here, I'll go back, and this is number 26. Every single room is the exact same size and width, and has the same ugly wall and everything. But that means that the top floor, I didn't want them to have an extra tall ceiling, to make the roof look right. I've made the slanted roof and everything, but I didn't want them to have an extra tall ceiling, so I had this extra space. And I thought, well, what fun thing can I do with this? So we'll go this way. This is, oops, I'm sorry, I'm not on the top floor yet. Here we are. Top floor, there we go. There's just dead ends, and I'm wondering if my students are going to notice. So if my students get bored and start thinking about things, and wow, there's a lot of room in the ceiling, and there's some glass skylights on the roof. What's that all about? I put this little black button up there, and I had my son help me with the redstone, but I got a little secret door to the rec room. So I tried to make a pool table. Here I showed them that these were pool sticks. I tried to make a pool room. And again, these are all labeled in all the languages. Here's the changing room. Okay, and then I tried to make a gallery, art gallery, because, you know, Minecraft has lots of pictures and stuff. And a library. And again, everything is labeled because we're working on rooms. We're working on buildings. Here's the movie theater. Another little library where a little counter for popcorn and stuff. I don't know. So there's other stuff to do with this if your students get bored. And do what you will with it. If you have better ideas, please share them with me. I would love to hear them. Oopsie, I wasn't quite quick enough for that. I'd love to hear them. And now let me show you the document that I have with this because, oh look, there's a llama up here. Of course, the whole point of all of our language classes isn't, hey, students, label the rooms or the house. It's to get them applying that knowledge. It's to get them talking to each other. It's to get them interacting with each other and actually using the language. So I will show you the write-up that I have for it now.